Hey guys, this is Gaurav. Welcome to SaaS with ServiceNow. This video is for ServiceNow beginners and ServiceNow freshers. About me, my name is Gaurav Tripathi. I have 8+ years of experience in IT. I'm working as a ServiceNow delivery manager in one of the organization. I have experience in ServiceNow architect solutions and project delivery. Who should do this training? Now, this is the important part of this video. So any any candidate, any engineering students, they should watch or they can watch this video if they are looking for learning a new technology or new skill which is going in the market. They can watch this video. Anyone who is starting their career in IT and they are looking for some good opportunity because ServiceNow is really like hotcake in the market. And if you are just passing it out from your engineering degree, you can just start learning and you can just watch this video and you can start learning ServiceNow. Anyone who heard about ServiceNow and want to know that what is ServiceNow, how can you make your career in ServiceNow, what are the different learning paths, career path in ServiceNow. Anyone who wants to switch career, so if you're working or you were working in a different skill and in different technology, and now you're looking or you want to have some better opportunity maybe, then you can watch this video. Anyone who wants to know ServiceNow deeply. So if you want to know that how ServiceNow started, who started, um, why ServiceNow is being used in the organizations, then you can watch this training. What is ServiceNow? ServiceNow Incorporation is a cloud computing company which is headquartered in Santa Clara, California. ServiceNow was founded by Fred Luddy in 2004. Currently, it is named as America's hottest IT service company. So you can see Fred Luddy on the screen. He started a company called GlideSoft, and later on, after year, he incorporated the company and named it as ServiceNow. What is the product of ServiceNow? ServiceNow provides SaaS-based services to support the technical management like asset license management. It supports IT operations of large corporations, including providing help desk functionality. So ServiceNow has a product which provides support for running any organization's IT. So if user has any issues related to IT and if they have to report any issues, they have to report via product of ServiceNow. So we will talk about it. What is this ServiceNow product? SaaS platform, ITIL based, customizable. So ServiceNow is a SaaS-based platform. What do you mean by SaaS? SaaS is software as a service. So it's a SaaS-based platform on cloud. So, and that means it's on cloud. You don't have to install on your computer. It's a web-based application. It is hosted on ServiceNow and they have their data centers. They have hosted every applications for different clients. You just need to use your internet, and with the help of username and the password, you can access their application and you can start utilizing the services provided by ServiceNow product. And you can see the picture on the screen in the left top. You can see it says SaaS model, and it has different devices like you have PC, you have database, apps, application servers, mobile. Everything is connected. So there's a single SaaS platform, and you can just connect with different things and with different devices, and you can connect from anywhere you want. Then it is ITIL based. What is ITIL? ITIL is Information Technology Infrastructure Library. It's a kind of methodology, it's kind of a process which was introduced by one of the UK's, I think, organization. It is a kind of a standard in order to run your IT. what are the basic process? What are the standard process? So it has a framework. It has some standards in it, and then if any organizations follow those models in their IT, that means they have followed the proper standards. So they will not get they can improve their IT functions to support their end users. And then it is customizable. So this ServiceNow product, it can be customizable as per your need. So ServiceNow already provides a lot of out of the box functionality. Out of the box means it was already provided from the external system. So we are not customizing it, but if you want to customize this product, you can do that. So if you have really good ServiceNow administrators, ServiceNow developers, you can customize it. So if you are a ServiceNow administrator and ServiceNow developer, you can customize this product as per your organization need. ServiceNow as a product. So ServiceNow is is the name of the company, but it is also named as a product. So ServiceNow is a SaaS-based platform application. It supports organizations to manage their IT service. It was established in the market with the IT service management applications like incident, change, problem. Currently, it is not even into IT service management. It is into IT operations management, customer service management, HR services, governance, risk and compliance, and security services. So ServiceNow was really famous when Fred Luddy founded ServiceNow, when he started giving these applications to his clients. Uh, Initially, it was I think the market, the kind of market it captured for ITSM. So it was really famous for incident change problem, which are really major standards for ITIL framework. What is SaaS? SaaS is software as a service. It's kind of a software licensing and delivery model in which software is licensed on a subscription basis and is centrally hosted. So centrally hosted means we have we don't have our application hosted in different locations. It is just with one vendor, that is our ServiceNow. So it is just with ServiceNow, and every different organizations are using it. It is used via thin client web browser and cloud computing model. So it's a cloud software. It's a cloud application. You just have to connect with the internet, and with the help of username and password, you can access ServiceNow. So this is about SaaS, and if you really want to learn more about SaaS, just I would definitely I will definitely suggest you that you can go to Google, type SaaS, learn about it. You can go on different sources. There are a lot of blogs which will tell you that what is SaaS. This is just a picture I just mentioned uh, to give you an overview that how this SaaS works. So basically, at the top you can see there's a cloud. So it's kind of a cloud application. Then a person sitting on the computer, and then you have internet in the middle. So you are connecting via internet, and then you are accessing that application. So it's just an example that how this cloud works. And basically, cloud is simply like as we use Gmail. Gmail is also just like a cloud because it is with Google, but different users are using it. But cloud was mostly, I think it was famous because of the business enterprise services. So, as an example, that if you are starting your company, you would need some servers or some kind of infrastructure to manage your IT. Now, if you want to look for some cloud services, so there are some different organizations, those who provide cloud services. That means they will manage your IT functions, IT infrastructure in their data centers. So with low cost. So because you have to put a lot of cost in building the infrastructure, getting a new building, putting servers and everything to support your IT. But You don't have to worry about all those things, and then you just need to take that service from a different vendor or different company. Those are providing cloud services. So that's kind of a cloud concept came up. Product similar to ServiceNow. So into this ITSM world, ServiceNow is not the new product. We have been using ITSM product from last, I think, 10 or 20 years, I would say, since we started we started with this ITIL framework and in IT get into tickets and all. So other products we have in the market like HP Service Manager, BMC Remedy, and CA Technologies, they have CA Service Desk Manager. So these are different products which organizations are still using, but some of the organizations they are decommissioning these tools as well, and they are migrating to ServiceNow. And that's the reason ServiceNow is also really like a hot cake in the market, and you will find a lot of jobs for ServiceNow. Why ServiceNow? ServiceNow is not just an IT ServiceNow management tool. It has expanded its area of services to support other functions of any organization like HR, legal, finance, security, governance, and risk. So ServiceNow initially was set up with ITSM. Then later on, with as it is a customizable application, um, it had that kind of power to include other applications as well of different business units like HR application, legal application, finance applications, security, governance, and risk. So that's how ServiceNow came into different functions as well. And that's the reason uh, ServiceNow is becoming famous. Nowadays, ServiceNow is also coming up with new features, new functionalities, and mostly into artificial intelligence, predictive analysis, chat bots, some kind of bots. So those are really good features, and that's the reason if you remember, in my second slide, it was mentioned that it is the America's hottest company right now, IT service company right now. So it's a SaaS-based platform with multiple enhanced features with better customization. Why you should learn ServiceNow? So this is really important question. So I think this slide will clarify your all your doubts that why ServiceNow and why exactly you should learn ServiceNow. Even if you are a engineering graduate and you're looking this video and you're watching this video and you have that question that okay, why should I learn ServiceNow? So you should learn ServiceNow because first of all, it is really hot king in the market as of now, because all the organizations, I would say most of the organizations, they are migrating from old tools to ServiceNow. So that's the one thing. It is one of the highest paid dev jobs. So as of now, if you would have at least 2 years of experience in ServiceNow, you can definitely get good amount of salary package. High number of job openings, and that's totally true. You can still try to go on Google, type ServiceNow jobs. You will find so many jobs in the market. Easy to learn. And I would say, yes, it is really easy to learn. You don't have to worry about any really hard coding or something like that. It is really easy. You have to start with minimal customization, minor customizations, and then you can enhance your skills. Only one programming language is focused, that is JavaScript, and that's true. So if you want to become ServiceNow developer, you have to learn JavaScript. Most of the customizations can be done without coding. So you can do a lot of customizations without coding. So even if you're not you're not a good developer or you don't know how to code, you can still work on ServiceNow and you can work as an administrator. What should I know before? You should learn about ITIL before learning ServiceNow. So if you want to learn ServiceNow, you should have some basic concepts of ITIL framework. So I would suggest you that if you are going to learn ServiceNow, go on Google, go on YouTube, try to search some videos or some blogs around ITIL, learn about ITIL, that how exactly or what is ITIL, how exactly this framework or this methodology works. Then you should have knowledge of JavaScript if you want to become a developer. So if you have started learning ServiceNow as you have some aspirations to become ServiceNow developer, then you have to learn JavaScript. You should have little knowledge of tables, fields, and database. So if you have started learning ServiceNow and if you are learning ServiceNow, then you should have some knowledge of databases because ServiceNow is totally based on tables, fields, and database. Learning path in ServiceNow. Now, these are the three learning path in ServiceNow. ServiceNow Administrator, ServiceNow Application Developer, and ServiceNow Implementer. Because these are also kind of certification for ServiceNow. Career path in ServiceNow. So you can see the career path. Uh, these are not these are just kind of roles which I just showed just to give you the clarity that how exactly you can choose your career. So you can be a ServiceNow business analyst, you can be a ServiceNow quality analyst, you can just be the part of testing, you can be the part of ServiceNow business analyst, just getting the requirements, work with the business, providing to development team, work with the development team. And then you can be a ServiceNow administrator, ServiceNow developer. So once you are a ServiceNow administrator, you can learn about JavaScript, you can learn scripting in ServiceNow, then you can be a developer. Then after getting into development, you have to learn more about ServiceNow platforms, its functionalities, how architecture works. Then you can be a ServiceNow architect, and then you can be a ServiceNow manager. And this position is basically it can be different as per the organizations they decide. It totally depends on the kind of organization, what kind of designation, or maybe what kind of profile they are putting for any job. So it can be portfolio manager, portfolio architect, ServiceNow architect, ServiceNow senior developer. So there are so many designations, but this is just an idea that how exactly your career path would be as you will start learning ServiceNow. So it doesn't mean that you have to start with ServiceNow business analyst. It's just a kind of idea that yes, you can also, if you are a business analyst and you want to learn and you are looking for, okay, I saw some 50 jobs for ServiceNow business analyst, then you can just learn ServiceNow maybe in 1 or 2 years. You can be a ServiceNow business analyst as well. Certifications in ServiceNow. There are three kind of certification in ServiceNow. One is Certified System Administrator, Certified Application Developer, and Certified Implementation Specialist. And you can see I have mentioned as product wise. So 1 year ago, CIS certification was just one certification, but 1 year ago, ServiceNow changed the complete policy, complete certification policy, and now they have segregated the certified implementation specialist certification as per the modules of ServiceNow. So in ServiceNow, we have different modules, as I mentioned, for different functions. So like ITSM has a different certification, HR, security, uh, governance, risk. I think they all have different certifications. ServiceNow website. ServiceNow has their primary website as servicenow.com. You will get more information about ServiceNow on this website. So if you are looking more information about ServiceNow, I would suggest go type servicenow.com on your browser. You will come to know. Recently, they also changed their complete logo. Initially, it was black and red, but now they have changed it to green, and their logo also got changed. So you can find some images. So maybe in Google Images you can type ServiceNow. You might find new logo and old logo as well. ServiceNow provides developer instance so that developers can learn better and can have practical experience. And this is the best thing about ServiceNow, which you rarely find in some other technologies or with other organizations. So ServiceNow provides free instances, free, same application which is being used by the organizations. They provide same kind of applications for external developer if you want to develop yourself, you want to test yourself in ServiceNow, you want to learn ServiceNow, and you can do some practical test, or you can have some practical experience about ServiceNow. So that's the really best thing about ServiceNow. I would let you know that how exactly you can get that developer instance. Different sources of learning ServiceNow. Now, ServiceNow has developed this portal called Developer Portal, and the site name is developer.servicenow.com. So you can just go and just type in your browser developer.servicenow.com, and you can just get this portal. And you will find really, really good links because this site shows you how exactly you can learn ServiceNow. Different sources of learning. The next is community. So ServiceNow has their community website where different developers post their questions, post their blogs, and other developers, they answer to those questions. So it's just like a question and answer in different blogs, just kind of a learning platform, like a knowledge sharing platform of ServiceNow. So it's a community, just you can share your knowledge, you can post question, people can answer, you can hit like, you can comment if you liked any answers. So that's a another source of learning from ServiceNow. Different sources of learning, that is product documentation. So ServiceNow has this product, and they also come up with different versions. So ServiceNow has this website called product documentation. That means they have mentioned each and every functionality about their product on this particular website. So as per the name, product documentation, complete information about ServiceNow product. And they have also mentioned as per the version. So you can see on the screen, it's mentioned as Kingston, Jakarta, Istanbul, Helsinki, Geneva. So these are the versions, and you can just click on any version and you can get the documentation. Why companies need ServiceNow? So if you are not into IT or you are going into IT, so I can tell you that why company are looking for ServiceNow and why they will use ServiceNow. So it's just an application for submitting issues or requests for end users. So if you are an end user and you are an employee of any organization and your laptop is not working, and if something is not working, you're not able to connect to the internet on your computer is not working, so you have to report that issue. So maybe one application got down, and maybe your maybe Outlook, your email Outlook got down, and you're not able to send any email to anyone. So you have to raise that request to IT person. So maybe you have to go to that person directly. You have to meet him, inform the issue, but that's not the right process. And because it used to happen maybe about 30 years ago, maybe, but now you have to raise a ticket. You have to raise a record, a case on any website, or that website is ServiceNow. So if you have set up ServiceNow in your organization, then you have to raise this request or issue with the help of ServiceNow. So application for submitting requests to a particular group to perform some activity. So you want to have some work and you have to assign it to maybe database team or some network team. Just create the ticket, assign it to that team in ServiceNow. Why the company use and they need? manage IT services, manage assets and their configurations. So that's the reasons ServiceNow is being used in the companies. How to access ServiceNow? In order to access the application, ServiceNow creates a dedicated instance and provides the URL to the client. So if your organization is going to buy ServiceNow, is going to buy license from ServiceNow to use their product, they will be asked to provide a name, that what kind of name they want. So as an example, so there's a company, or maybe we can take an example of Google. So maybe if Google wants to use ServiceNow, so Google can say, okay, we will use google.servicenow.com. So that would be the domain of Google ServiceNow. So if you will type google.servicenow.com, you will get that instance. And basically, if you can see, um, I have also mentioned the ServiceNow application is hosted in ServiceNow data centers. So users and clients, they access the URL via internet. URL is made of name provided by the client and the domain servicenow.com. So you can only change the name, rest URL will be the same. So that is the URL at the bottom. I just forgot to mention service-now. So that's a complete URL. This is just an example that how you access ServiceNow. So you can see in the left-hand side is it's an end user and you have internet and then you have ServiceNow. Like at the bottom, you can see that end user is using a browser. He's putting the instance URL and then he will access ServiceNow. This is just an example that how you can access ServiceNow. Technology used. Now, what technology is ServiceNow used to develop this platform? So these are the technologies. As I told you, you just need to focus on JavaScript, but these are the technologies ServiceNow used to develop their platform. These are not accessible. You cannot access directly to these servers or databases. You just need to have access to ServiceNow application and you can do whatever you want. So the technologies we used is Java. So it was made in Java. You have Tomcat Apache server, web server, database being used MySQL, and the JavaScript which I was talking about that is being that is Mozilla Rhino JavaScript basically. Then versions. So what are the different versions of ServiceNow? So the best thing about ServiceNow and the cool thing which I would like to share with you that ServiceNow named their versions on the name of the cities. So you will see. So we have versions like Spain was its first version. We also had different version, but the main version started with Spain. Then Berlin, Calgary, Dublin, Eureka, and the best thing is they also mentioned this version alphabetically. So you can see Eureka, Fuji, Geneva, Helsinki, Istanbul, Jakarta, Kingston. So currently we are in Kingston. So ServiceNow has released Kingston version as of now, and they have already announced next version that is called London. So London is the next version, and that I think it will be released in Q3 of this year. That will be September 2018. So they will release London version. Here is the latest update on future releases. So recently in one of the conference from ServiceNow organization, they shared that what would be the next releases. So you can see that we have Kingston, London, Madrid, New York, Orlando, and Paris. So these are the future releases. How can I learn ServiceNow? So you can learn ServiceNow with three ways. Two are paid and one is free. So the first paid is ServiceNow trainings. So ServiceNow organizes training. They are pretty much costly. They cost about $1,500 to $2,000, and they're not hosted in India, so they are all web trainings. Uh, uh, Classroom trainings are hosted, but they're not hosted in India. So if you are from India, then you have to do this training online. And the next paid training is some learning portals. Learning portal is what, like some third-party websites or third-party blogs, like learning portals like Udemy, Plural Site, or some other platforms as well if you want to learn ServiceNow. The next is free, that is YouTube public blogs community. And I think Google is your best friend. And if you type ServiceNow training, you will definitely find really good blogs, really good videos about ServiceNow. So I personally, I would not recommend to go with these paid trainings unless and until you are maybe you have enough money. But I would recommend, because even it's YouTube or some other blogs, you will find really good stuff and you can learn ServiceNow without paying a single penny. ServiceNow training paid. So as I mentioned, ServiceNow provides paid trainings for different learning path and skills. Most of them are web trainings, no classroom training in India, and initial level is ServiceNow administrator training. So if you want to learn ServiceNow, first you have to learn ServiceNow administrator training. ServiceNow developer portal. It's free. So ServiceNow has a developer portal, which I showed you earlier, which helps new administrator and developer to learn about ServiceNow. It has learning path and training materials, which is helpful to learn ServiceNow better. It also provides free ServiceNow application for practical training. Then we have some ServiceNow Foundation videos. I will share all the links about this complete presentations, complete video in in the description section. So you'll find all the links, how to get your personal developer instance, and you can do your practical trainings. You'll find all the links in the description. ServiceNow YouTube channels. ServiceNow also has their YouTube channels, different channels, and those channels are ServiceNow Dev Program, Now Community, Now Support, ServiceNow, and these are all free. And and I think from last maybe 6 months or more than that, ServiceNow is keep on posting new videos almost every day. So that's what ServiceNow, because they are increasing the awareness. They want more developers in the market. They want people to learn so that they can learn ServiceNow in a better way. ServiceNow administrator path. So if you want to become a ServiceNow administrator, you have to learn ITIL. You have to learn ServiceNow Foundation. You have to learn ServiceNow platform administration, and then you will become a ServiceNow administrator. You have to get yourself certified. You have to book your certification, and then you have to give that exam. And then you can, if you will pass the exam, you will be ServiceNow certified administrator. ServiceNow developer path. If you want to become a ServiceNow developer, you have to learn JavaScript. You have to learn ServiceNow platform administration. You have to do a Code Academy course, and this is also recommended by ServiceNow. So you will definitely find maybe on ServiceNow website or somewhere that they will recommend to complete the course on Code Academy for JavaScript. And then you have to learn ServiceNow scripting. And then you can select some path and you have to do some study as per the certifications like ServiceNow Application Developer and ServiceNow Implementation Specialist. ServiceNow Developer Meets. Now, this is the best thing which ServiceNow does. They host different developer meets all over the world. They also host these meets in India as well. So if you are really interested to join these developer meets, register yourself on developer website and you will definitely get those reminders, those invites from ServiceNow for those events, and you can join those developer meetups. So they are really great. So you learn more about ServiceNow, what new things are coming up. You can meet different developers, and you can also look for the opportunity by meeting different people in ServiceNow. ServiceNow Conference. ServiceNow organize a conference named as Knowledge Conference every year in May. It is hosted in US, and I think when I went in 2017, there were about 15,000 attendees. And I think this year in 2018, in Knowledge 18, there were about 18,000 people. So they host more than 500 knowledge sessions, and I think more than that, maybe 1,500 around. Um, so that's what they do. So it is really, I think, really great opportunity. You can learn about ServiceNow. You can meet different developers. You can know different technologies, different functionalities of ServiceNow. So it's a really great and good conference. Just go on Google, type Knowledge 18. You will get to know about it. ServiceNow CreatorCon. CreatorCon is a dedicated post-conference educational and certification event specifically designed for ServiceNow developers. So ServiceNow organize a CreatorCon challenge in which developers from all over the world they submit their customized or their custom application. So and they invite those people who are being selected and they announce the winner in Knowledge Conference. So it's kind of a CreatorCon challenge for different developers. ServiceNow Share. ServiceNow has a portal in which developers share the new functionality and features developed by them. Code is also shared so that other developers can use in their ServiceNow. So it's a really good portal from ServiceNow that if you are a developer and you have developed a really good functionality and you want to share the code, you want to share that functionality with other developers so that they can also utilize and you can use your application, then you can just upload your utility on this particular website, this portal, and other developers can see that application and download and install upload in their ServiceNow and utilize the same functionality. So it's a really good opportunity. It's just about sharing the ideas between the developers. And I just want to inform you that initially it was not public. It was private and it was accessed by only people who are working in ServiceNow. They are connected with the organizations, but now it is public. So even if you have account with ServiceNow, then you can just access this portal. ServiceNow Store. As you have Android store, you have iOS store. In ServiceNow, you can also create your custom applications. So as I mentioned, ServiceNow Store is a portal where third-party developers or organizations can publish their application. Customers can buy or download these applications directly in ServiceNow. So ServiceNow partners sell their applications on ServiceNow Store. So it's just like Android or iOS Store, as I said, if you are a ServiceNow developer or you are part of any organization, those are partner of ServiceNow and they create different custom applications for different areas or for different functions, and you want to publish that application so that any other organization can buy that application, then you have to use ServiceNow Store. You have to publish your application, and then other ServiceNow clients and some of the ServiceNow partners can can download that application in their ServiceNow directly. So this is about ServiceNow Store. What is a ticket? So basically, I am done with ServiceNow introduction. That what is ServiceNow? I have just two, three slides, and they are just about basic about ServiceNow ticketing. So what is a ticket? So ticket is just a reference number created in the system to track the request issue raised by an end user. Ticket is created in ServiceNow. So it just kind of, so for example, if you have your home internet and your home internet is down, it's not working, you're calling, you're one of the call center, and if you're calling, so those people, they might provide you some kind of case number that hey, this is the case number. So it's the same thing. So if any organizations, if users have any issues, they create a ticket in ServiceNow, and then IT specialists, they start working on that ticket as per the issue they got. Who is an end user? End user is an employee of organization or customer of organization. End user reports issue or raise a request as per the need. IT employees supports end user via ServiceNow ticketing system. So if your organization has ServiceNow license, um, their IT specialist will support end users with the help of ServiceNow. They will keep on monitor ticket in ServiceNow. What is an incident? Anything is broken or not working. Any disruption to IT service, any interruption to IT service, or something is broken or it's down, that is an incident. So unplanned outage, unplanned disruption is an incident. So you can see these pictures on the screen that what will qualify to be called as incident. Like your computer is not working, maybe you're getting some error in your application, your internet is down, so you're working in your office and your now internet is down, and then Outlook crashed. So you're working on Outlook, you want to send some emails, and suddenly Outlook got crashed. So these are the examples of incidents, and these are the incidents which are being raised in ServiceNow, and then IT agents work. So this is all about ServiceNow. I will post new videos about ServiceNow administration, that how exactly you can start learning about ServiceNow functionalities. So thanks for watching my video. You can like, share, comment on YouTube channel and subscribe my channel as well. Thank you.